Good evening and welcome to What's New. I'm your host, Teddy Parham. Well, things are winding down and I'm so excited because there is somebody else running against Dwight Jones other than my girl Shirley. But Shirley gonna come in first place. Shirley, you don't come in first place. I got this for you, girl. But I'm excited, but that's just going to show you how these people in the registrar's office have been so crooked. They have been so illegal. They have gotten away with things that you would not believe, the things that people do to try to stay in control. As long as they have someone that they can put their foot down on their throat, they're all right. As long as these individuals in this government have somebody that they can beat and knock around and destroy their lives, that's good for them. Now, I'm going to ask you this. Did you see on the news last night where the old white judge, substitute judge, was growing $1 million worth of marijuana around his house? Well, kudos to the police officers that bust him. But the judge that sentenced him gave the sucker something like 2 years. I think it was 2 years community service and something else. They're not even going to get a sucker time. They should take that cracker and throw him in the back of the jail and he should never see daylight again. If that was somebody black, they would have probably took him out and hung him. These major drug dealers are the lawyers, are the judges. These have been the high-power paid crooks in our society. And I have to say congratulations to the police officers that had enough balls to go and arrest this sucker. Now, like I've been telling you all the time, this individual will probably not get but a couple of days if he get any. And he's got so much money, they are going to expunge his record and he'll come out smelling like a rose. There's something that we should be able to do to stop these individuals from coming back into office. Like Joe Marcy, for example. When you have been found guilty and you are a criminal, you need to be labeled felon like the rest of the people. You all can sit there and judge each other and destroy people's lives, but you guys never go down. You look like you squeaky clean, but I know you look like you've been in a pig pen and you weren't wrestling girls. Something needs to be done for these crooks in office. And people keep talking about the politicians, the dirty politicians. Well, I'm going to be a politician, but I'm not going to be bought out and I'm not going to have a boss. That's it. And I'm also going to request that as city council from now on, that they don't stand there and say a prayer. I have a preacher to say a prayer while they're making fun of the God I serve. You all have never, ever, ever served the God that I serve, but you can stand up there and say, have a preacher to say a prayer, and it is so embarrassing. That's why so many people, when you ask for a prayer, they don't pray because you all are crooks. And your God is Satan. So we don't want to pray to Satan. So what I intend to do is have the prayer removed from city council meeting and just have a word of silence. That way I can't think about the evil things you all are thinking about doing to the citizens in the city of Richmond. But I have a lot to cover tonight. And first of all, I want you all to know that I have this little card here now. Get a pencil and some paper so you can write these things down. This is for wounded and homeless veterans. This guy has a farm. His name is Bill Bruce, and he wants to work with the veterans. He's like me. We can't give up on you guys. You guys fought for America. You fought for this country so that we all could be free. But nevertheless, you know that that will never happen because there are just too many evil individuals out there that doesn't want to live next door to a soul sister, soul brother, you know, or don't want to live next door to someone from Arabia because they are racist and they think that God only made them. But look, white is not right anymore. When I think about the scales of justice and the female holding the scales of justice, why are her eyes covered up? Because she knows justice is blind and there's no justice for poor people, but we shall multiply. We shall be the ones that inherit the earth, the meek, the poor, the hungry, because you guys are on your way out. So congratulations, Shirley Harvey, hang in there. We had, or she and Chris Dorsey had an emergency injunction filed the other day. So down at the registrar's office, you guys are going to count all of those signatures, and then you can put me on a ballot like you should have done the first time. You've been lying, you've been cheating, and you've been stealing. But now, Dwight, what do? What you say you're going to do? You think you're going to get out there and campaign? Well, sucker, you're not going to make it this time. We got too many people running and you're out and your administration is out. They may as well start looking for new jobs. You all have been, oh my God, you all have done so much to hurt the poor and the meek and the blind, the crippled, the crazy, the children, the women, the old men. You have deliberately, along with the dirty plan and social services, tried to kill these people. But remember, what goes around, come around. And I don't serve the same God that you all do. Now, for you all that know me, for over 30 articles had been written for me, by me, for the Voice newspaper. Now, Jack Green, for all these years, you've done 30 to 40 stories on me, front page, and then you hire me as a freelance writer, and you let Marlene Jones run the show. Now, my stories have been good all that time, and when you made her editor-in-chief or whatever you call her, nothing was good enough for her. I guess you should be frightened, Marlene, because eventually I would have taken your job. I know what's happening. I love people. I talk to the people. I hear what they're concerned about. I want to hear them. When I ride the bus, when the guy stole my car, Brian S. Field, sucker, when you stole my car, that was the best thing you could have done for me, because now I get to sit on the bus, talk to the people, see them laugh, see some of them cry, but I guarantee you, you will not kill all of those people out. So for the story, one of the stories I did was on Highland Park. Highland Park, one of the city's most rundown neighborhoods. One of the city's most rundown neighborhoods is Highland Park, East Highland Park. Well, I have nearly 1,000 pictures to be shown. We didn't get to set it up here, but if you go to Teddy Parham Facebook, if you go to YouTube, just about Twitter, this is going to be the shot that was heard around the world. Dwight Jones, we putting all your business in the street because you came out shooting and you didn't care who you shot. You're in there with all of those corrupt policemen, and they're some of the biggest dummies I've ever seen. They never question anything. They just go right out and kill people. They never ask the question, why am I doing this to this person? Why? Because somebody ordered you to do something illegal and you don't even think for yourselves. You guys are dangerous. And I'm concerned about the ones at Ku Klux Klan, because the brothers and the sisters, like this black police officer female that loved to lock me up, looked like a man on steroids, but she was a female. Well, you did those dirty things to me for sharing smoot. I hope you crash and burn. I hope you lose control of your squad car and it's split right in half with you in it. That's to let you all know what a dirty thing you all have done. Carl Adams, you can join them with your lying, cheating self. It's just so many dirty police officers. I hope you all that have messed over me, tried to destroy me, but all I did was tell the truth. You just didn't want me to tell the truth, and it meant that much to you that you would be so brutal and lock me up and let these people destroy what I have. You can't destroy me. You didn't give it to me. You sure can't take it away. Now, this next article that was written for me and by me through the Voice newspaper was when the seniors, when Tyrone Curtis lost his job. Another crook gone. The FBI came in and worked with Mr. Dodd Ellis and myself, how you abuse these seniors in all of these high rises, how none of these buildings have ever been inspected by a city building code inspector ever. And that's why so many things are wrong with those buildings, and you all try to make it look like it's the seniors, it's the residents that are causing the problems. You all have caused a problem for these old people, and I pray that they will outlive you and outlive your grandparents or whomever you hold dear to you, because you certainly don't think any of the other citizens have anybody dear and close to them. So this is the article when they said some senior residents say Richmond redevelopment and housing has neglected senior high rises, and we prove that to be a fact. They have been using and abusing the seniors. All the money that's been allocated for the high rises to make them over and everything, you all have been stealing, and that's why 200 and some people were fired from Richmond redevelopment and housing. That's why Tyrone Curtis, with his corrupt self, instead of going to jail, he just resigned. African Akawanda, you should have flown back on the boat over to Africa. You'd have come here and lied, steal, and cheated your own people. You guys need to go down. This is an article I had written in Highland Park with this house on the corner of Brooklyn Park Boulevard and 4th Avenue. Taxation without representation. You know, now the houses over there, there's so many that are dilapidated. The Section 8 houses are falling to pieces. We got all the film. We got it all on film. It's going to be like the shot heard around the world. The city of Richmond is one of the biggest slumlords in the state of Virginia. That's why there are thousands of people statewide that are homeless and hungry, because you all were so nasty and greedy for finance that you put these people out of their homes illegally. You're trying to put me out of mine too, but I'm not going anywhere. I don't owe you 1 cent. And Carl and White, with your white self, and Dorothy Dane that actually looked like a Great Dane, you all played that dirty joke on me trying to force me to move out of my house. May you crash and burn. Seriously, burn. You don't deserve to live. The dirty things you do to people that have done nothing to you, you are certainly Satan's servants, like Pastor Dwight Jones. So I pray that all of you dirty suckers go down when it happens. This is another article, Blitz to Fight Highland Park Blight. Highland Park is like a third world country. Ellen Robinson has been over there for 9 years, and the only thing positive I can say about Ellen Robinson in the 9 years was she brought Boaz and Ruth in there. And we had no idea that they were going to rape the black community. We had no idea that they were going to break the voting, the black voting strength down with that redistricting. Ellen, you worked with Joe Marcy. You did that thing. The black vote was powerful. You all watered the black vote down so it don't amount to a hill of beans. Well, I tell you what, at election time, girlfriend, I don't think you're going to get back in there. I'm believing, my God, that something awful will happen to you, and I will replace you. And I want you to know I might sit at your desk, but I don't want that old chair you sit your old stinking self in, because, Ellen, you're wrong. From day one, you came in wrong. You said you were going to take those people homes and bring in some people that could afford to pay the taxes. So now where you brought Caucasians from all over the world to take over this city, every building, from the ice house to the slaughterhouse, to the houses with people buried on them, you have put these people in every building that you could. But I'm telling you, the ones racist and doing terrible things to the citizens like you, I just hope they crawl and crumble with you guys right in there. It's too many of you. You have too much money. You stolen money from poor people. You stolen money from people that have businesses. You all have ripped the city of Richmond off. That's why the Richmond city is called the Great Whore. And that's because you've laid down with so many dirty people. Doug Wilder, Robert Bob, all you crooks, Dwight Jones, Byron Marshall, in the name of the God I serve, may you not live to see the year come in. You have destroyed and hurt so many innocent people, especially the children. When I look in their eyes and I see the hurt and the pain, and then you lock up their parents, the mother, the father, you know, and a lot of them are innocent, and you just throw them down in that jail to the execution of Woody. That is a terrible thing. May that crane standing over top of that new jail fall and crush you, Woody. Fall and crush you, big officers, deputies. I hope it crushes you the same way you have crushed thousands of families, the way you have killed and crushed thousands of inmates. You think you so bad, you find these people guilty before they even have their trial. May the God that I serve handle you guys. Go and sing up at another choir. Stand up in the pulpit in a church with it and see what happened to you. You were so sick at Cedar Street, and I thought that was amazing because I asked my God to take you down, and he did. You were sick. You sung one song, and you couldn't even get your sorry self back up there. But my God got something else for you. I want to read this to you right quick from the Voice newspaper. Check this out with these racist people out here. The U.S. Senate apologizes for inaction on lynching. The United States Senate formally apologized Monday for its refusal to approve any of the 200 anti-lynching legislation bills introduced here for the first half of the 20th century, a failure that led to death of at least several thousands of Afro-Americans. You all like hanging people? Remember, what goes around comes around. Last week I told you about that invisible Confederate flag flying over City Hall, flying over the state capitol, with all the child molesters and pedophiles and rapists sitting right in there in those stuffed suits. Even in city council, right, Dwight? I wanted to ask you this because somebody brought this up. Is it true you stole the building fund for your church and bought Jackie Jackson breast implants? You've got to stop stealing our money, wasting them on things like that. Her chest still looks like a little 8-year-old boy. It didn't do anything for her. You have got to stop stealing. May the God I serve cripple each of you all's hands. The next time you steal something from a senior, a handicapped person, a person who have lost hope and trodden down, I hope your hands become crippled. You stand up there in the pulpit on Sundays and you run your mouth, but you're not serving God, and you got to fall for that because you forgot you took the oath. The oath. The oath to hold what is true and righteous. You have done everything but that, Dwight. You've never been a civil rights activist at all. The only thing you've done is serve yourself and your family. And then you're going to drag your son in with you. Don't you know they're going to lock him up too? Doesn't your son mean anything to you? Or you all want to be locked up in the same jail cell? I'm telling you, you got a lot of nerve. And you better start campaigning, because you're not going to win this time. So look, the Senate, the United States Senate formally apologized Monday for the refusal to approve any of the 200 anti-lynching legislation bills introduced during the first half of the 20th century. That means that if a sucker wants to go out and lynch you, he can do that. These are some dangerous people in the capital of the South, and it seems like they're getting ready for a battle that they will surely lose this time, because we got just as many non-blacks on our side as you got Caucasians on yours. And guess what? We're not afraid to stop and speak up and tell the truth about what's happening. Now, I want to talk about this because the Confederacy, we have got to kill the Confederacy. Finishing the American Revolution returned America to its constitutional roots. That's what we need to do. And bury the Confederacy once and for all. You good old boys need to just drop down. Lord God, take them out. Take out their seeds. Anybody that is preaching hate against the people of this country, a lot of them were here before you all came. The Confederacy has to go down. It's nothing sweet or pretty about that. And I want to talk to you about the lawyers from hell. These dirty old lawyers from hell. And this is a website, www.mutantwizards.com. A companion website to the Crouching Buzzard Leaping Looms by Donna Andrews. You know, I always wanted to be an attorney or a lawyer, but the more I got into it, the more I realized how corrupt these individuals are. They call a lot of them ambulance chasers, but like, I'm going to give you an example, like the lawyers I always use and I was fond of and I thought they were my friends, Will and Susan Hutchins. May you burn in hell. They knew these crooks with the city of Richmond were doing all of these illegal things to me. They knew all about the illegal police officers and lawyers. And guess who they decided to represent? The corrupt police officers. So I'm saying this. May all of you corrupt lawyers, people, go to the law library and read up for yourself. You don't have to be a lawyer to be smart. You know, and this reminds me of Gabby that won the Olympic for gymnastics. I heard a really nasty comment by a white guy on this radio show, and he was talking about how nappy her hair is. Her hair was beautiful. When you swim in the water, your hair will get tight. That's virgin hair, something you all wouldn't know about. She was beautiful. Sabrina Williams was beautiful. All of them are champions. All of our people are champions. You all just stole the rights from them. You blocked them out because you didn't realize how smart they were. You didn't have a clue how smart our people are. So they are champions. Look at my president. He's a champion of the people. He's not perfect. He makes mistakes, but he can apologize. He's never made a mistake like you all's President Bush had the warning about 9/11 and ignored it. And how many people did you kill, Bush? 20-some thousand people because you thought 9/11 was a joke. You never sounded the alarm. I always said you should have been, you weren't the burning bush bringing positive information. How many people have you killed stealing that oil, going over there stealing all of these people's oil? Remember, what goes around comes around now. Plus, I want to show you all this. This is my paperwork where I paid a DMV. They gave me an illegal fine, talking about a reinstatement fee because the white boy stole my car of $145. Statutory fee of $500, Grand whopping total of $645. I didn't know that, and you know I didn't know it. But you know what, niggas? I went and paid it. Here's the stamp right here, paid. Now, I want my license back. And some of you all are going to jail. You will do anything to hurt Teddy Bear, but I'm a survivor. Like Donna Summer said, I will survive. You will hear that? I will survive. The date I paid this, paid number 21, July the 7th, 2012, RCH, which stands for Richmond, and the code 642. Now, how long you niggas gonna make me walk? You done let the white boys steal my car, steal the parts off, go to Pex and let them crush my car. They changed the name of it from Pex to something else. You let this white boy get away with destroying my vehicle, and I'm walking, but I'm not getting weaker, I'm getting stronger. My God is a good God. So, like Miss Thang up at DMV with your red self, what you tell me? File a lawsuit? Well, Miss Thang, we are, and you're going to pay for all of these illegal things you have done to me. And that's why I'm telling you all about all of these illegal things these people in the city of Richmond have done to me, starting out with Felicia Jordan behind me, food stamp receiving, Section 8 receiving, criminal that moved out of her house, let this criminal Sharon Smoot live in behind her house that lived in Ellen Robinson's block. And Ellen, you paid them to destroy everything I had. You so jealous. It is sad. I can't help if I'm smart. I can't help if I'm beautiful. I can't help it if I despise corruption. And you asked me one time, why did I work with the drug addicts and the dealers? Because they were my friends before the white folk brought that problem to them. And when you all give them a felony tag, after they pull their time, you destroy the second part of their life. After they pull 20, 30, 40 years, which that white judge should be getting, look at the news this evening. Look at this cracker sitting up there with $1 million worth of marijuana, and all my seniors that I know that's hurting for marijuana. You let this cracker sell all of this, and look how much money he would have made over. You paying him through the judicial system. He gets a salary, but you let that sucker make that much illegal money and think somebody gonna put that nigga back on the bench. He should drop dead on the bench or before he gets to it. That's what I'm talking about. All you dirty lawyers, all of you dirty judges, may you all die soon, because we need some new blood in this city. And some of you all are so bad, you are just like the Black Ku Klux Klan. I want you all to write this name down. I want you all to go to Bing, go to Bing, and put in this word Black Boule, BLACK BOULE, and see what all of these guys in the Masons, they call themselves Masons, but any Caucasian would tell you ain't no such thing as a black Freemason. You all a joke, but you've been put in there to kill our people out. You have no respect for the poor people, but where do you think you came from? And this why is on my mind. You guys that are senators and congressmen want to tell the women what to do with their bodies. Let me say this to you. You want to stop abortions if a woman is raped. The old fool said it right. He didn't make a mistake, and he wants to run for the vice president or something. Let me tell you something, guys. Before you can tell us women what we can do with our bodies, I want you fools to grow a womb and a couple of ovaries, a couple fallopian tubes. I want you guys to grow women body parts, and then suckers come back and see us and tell us something then. Because As for now, you're not qualified. See, Caucasian women have all the abortions they want to have because they got money and they can go in the back room and get it done. You are affecting poor people. But maybe if they don't have abortions, they will outnumber you guys. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? That we have more people of color from all around the world to outnumber you guys. And while you're walking in your little stuffed suits, you shake in your shoes because somebody's watching you. The same way you watch us, we're watching you. We're not afraid anymore. You throw them out in the street. They can't get jobs. They can't get food stamps. They can't get an apartment or anywhere to live. You have killed them the second time. But for every judge in the Commonwealth of Virginia that illegally set people up and put them in jail, may my Lord just carry you out. May my God carry you out. We have to put on our armor of protection. We are dealing with these criminals in high places. You like to go to fine restaurants and eat fine food and take your old wife on a vacation 4 or 5 times a year. Well, black people, start behaving yourselves. Stop going out here murdering and killing each other. Stop paying these sucker salaries. Stop getting these fines. Pay your child support. You don't have to be on the street to do what you do. You are brilliant. You can do whatever you have to do and not be a target out there. Mighty Whitey sell the drugs every day, 24/7, and nobody's locking these crackers up. I look at the poison that Ellen Robinson allows them to sell in our community, poisoning our young people. The steel, the Colt 45, the Cisco, all of this poison is liquid crack. Stop killing yourselves. The Rubicon Center is not helping you. The owner is getting filthy rich. They're old and filthy rich. You know why? Because they're not paid to help you get rid of those problems. They're paid just to provide a place for you to go. The things need to be turned around on them. All of these nonprofit organizations, the other night I went to city council. Almost every nonprofit organization I know, including Elder Homes, Corrupt Boaz and Ruth, and you bought like 12 pieces of property through Ellen Robinson and Corrupt Smitty Smith since you've been over there, Martha Rollins, and you drive your fine vehicles and you pull your horse trailer worth $100,000, and those fine thoroughbred horses that I saw you with, and you just bragging and smiling, cost over $100,000 a piece. You need to die and go to hell. You work the brothers on the back of the trash truck. The city of Richmond doesn't hire any more sanitation workers. They send all the felons now. That's what they want you guys to do, to go and work for Boaz and Ruth, 80 hours a week, get paid for less than 20 hours a week. You don't get check stubs like everybody else. Then you have to buy your food. Then you have to pay your rent. My brothers, when are you going to get tired of getting screwed? There needs to be a criminal investigation into all of these nonprofit organizations. There needs to be a criminal investigation with Singer Roofing. They are dirty as hell. Ellen Robinson was using that Mormon. That white boy stealing millions of dollars worth of work. You'll be able to see all of this information I'm giving you on my Facebook page, on Twitter, I want all of you guys to know, never have I lied on anyone that I have talked about. I have only told the truth. And when you come at me, you attack my credibility because you don't like me helping the poor. You don't like me volunteering. Well, I could be out there smoking crack are using smack. And I'm going to say this. Anytime in Highland Park, you can come in a neighborhood and buy crack, smack, and ass in the same neighborhood, we have a situation. We have a serious situation. And you know what's going on. You guys have set the people up in the community, but not all of us are going to go down. We're going to take you down come November the 6th. We're going to show you who's boss. Now, I want to tell you this about the homeless. I work with thousands of homeless people every week, and I love it. And I'm not going to stop working with them because these people have become my friends. A lot of them I knew all the time, but they were my friends before they had these problems they have. And I'm going to continue being their friend. That's why my God brought me back from 5 heart attacks, a stroke on the brain. I had to learn to walk and talk all over again. And know what he said to me at St. Mary's? Teddy Bear, you stand up and be whole again. Stand up and continue working with these people that need help. And that's what I'm going to do. Unlike you, Dwight Jones, last year when you came in, we were with Occupy Richmond. And you came in and destroyed all of the blankets that we got for the homeless. They sleep on the concrete, on the bricks. They wrap up in plastic thinking that's going to help keep them warm. And then the ones that sleep at Canal Plaza, they lie on these little benches with concrete in the front, concrete around the sides, and they freeze to death in these little cubicles in the park. You deliberately want to kill them out. That's why you said there wouldn't be any poverty in the city. Well, I hope you and your administration drop dead along with the rest of them that want to go, because I'm not giving up the ghost, boo. I'm at war, and I'm a redskin, and the war is on. So I'm going to do my redskin hollow in my city yap to let people know that I'm not afraid of you anymore. You've hurt me so much that I don't fear you. The one that I fear most is my God upstairs, my Heavenly Father, because I'm not worried about what you can do to me anymore. I'm concerned about what my Father would do to me in the hereafter. So that's to let you know this. Now, for the homeless and the hungry, the people, you can get showers at First Baptist Church at 2709 Monument Avenue on Mondays and Wednesdays and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. My thing is this. We used to have a bathhouse at 18th and Broad Street. You even sold that. You got people living in houses where people are deceased under them. They living in the slaughterhouse, in the ice house. You rented out or sold every piece of property almost in this city. And if they are not about helping God's people, God have mercy on them. May the places crumble and kill them all. I just don't care. Like you do people of color, you warn them dead. You teach them not to talk. You beat them. You cut them. You hang them. It's still going on today. And it's time for the people to rise up and say, we're not taking anymore. You know, I showed you some flyers and posters week before last of the people that fought for America, the people that built America to make it what it is. They did not fight to build America to have these black crooks in office with, like Ellen Robinson sitting up there with Garzano. Garzano, you actually look like a turkey now. Your neck looked like a turkey neck the other night when you told me your time was up. And neighbors, get ready. We're going to have a lot of free chicken in the city. Some of the people decided they want to have chicken farms in the city. Well, nobody loves chicken more than black people. So I figured time all these people move in these houses and raise their hens and chickens and eggs, you all would eat good. The city is not feeding you like they should. I guess you'd have to borrow a couple of eggs and a couple of hens. Do what you got to do to survive, because they're on a mission to wipe us all out, and they're a liar. Their father is a liar. Satan is a liar. Next, I'm going on to this letter right here. Well, I wanted to show you these pictures, but the young man asked me not to. How Hebrews brutally beaten at the jail. They're still brutally beating people at the jail. Still brutally beating and killing people in the jail. You guys going to pay for that. You're not going to get away with it. Your office might be up, but you're going to pay for all of these things you have done to these people. You're going to pay. All of the children that you've killed, you got them in those deadly schools, poisoning them to death, and you talk about they're hyperactive, ADHD. No, they're being poisoned to death. They can't sit still and breathe that poison in. So then what do the teachers do? You run in and give them that damn Ritalin. You mess the children's whole life up, giving them the Ritalin, which is a lifetime drug. And then some of you sorry parents sit back and allow these animals in the school system to do this to your children. All for the love of money, but you're going to get it back. Now, I want to talk about J. Sargent Reynolds Community College. I attended there twice, but the last time was in 2002. Now, a lot of people don't know that I'm an old OSHA inspector, safety, health, and fire inspector, and I just got it on the ball like that. The name of my safety business is Safety Plus First, and it was stolen by fish-eyed Linda Sharp Anderson, Miss Blowfish with those eyes. She stole my business plan, used my business plan to open her business. Iris Mayo, I'm sorry that that happened to us, that they stole your business plan as well and stole your first adult daycare center that rolls across the bridge, the Lee Bridge. But we're going to be blessed. You all did that to do what? To be famous. Nobody's going to remember you because the Lord is going to wipe everything of you and yours from the face of the earth. Let me tell you about J. Sargent Reynolds Community College. I started attending the campus up on Parham Road. You know that's my last name. But my car gave out on me. So I end up transferring to this ghetto with a capital G campus downtown. Now, the campus downtown they are so racist, the administration is so racist that the only reason that any white folk are there is because they go to the school of nursing and they go to the school of dentistry. That's the only reason white folk are down there. But the blacks go down there. What do they teach you all to do? Housekeeping, so you can clean somebody's toilet or scrub somebody's floor. Culinary art, because they know black people like to eat. Look at some of them. Some of you all need to back up from the table because you have what I call food stamp poisoning. Some of you all are not walking, you're wobbling, and you're in bad health. And the Department of Social Services have been deliberately killing you all for years. Somebody like me, weigh a little 100 and some pounds, I went to apply for food stamps. You know, they told me I wasn't eligible for food stamps. But let me get back to Reynolds. J. Sargent Reynolds have been killing people since 2002. I went up and inspected the building. I went to see a friend, which I thought was a friend of mine, Deborah Boyd. Deborah Boyd, working in the Math and Science Department. The secretary for, I think his name was Professor Jones. Anyway, I said to Deborah, why are all of these people coughing? Why are all these people sick in here? And she burst out laughing. She said, Parham, we have had about 10 people to die in this building from cancer. And I said, what? So I started walking around the school and I came up with a 35-page report on J. Sargent Reynolds Community College, the asbestos in the old building that they did not pull out. I hear they're renovating the building now. You see all these commercials on television that's talking about mesothelioma? If anybody in your family has cancer or has attended J. Sergeant Reynolds, get you a lawyer and file you a lawsuit, because I expose this asbestos and the mesothelioma and the spinal meningitis that the students walk around with in the school, and the tuberculosis, and everybody's jumping on the elevators in the school and the fans are not working. They are killing the people. So they make me keep my mouth shut. I had 3 officers from J. Sergeant Reynolds to come to my house and 4 City of Richmond police officers to tell me not to come to school anymore, because I simply wrote a memo to the school making them aware of the dangerous situations in the school, how they were killing the employees. I bet you by now Reynolds downtown probably have killed maybe 102 employees. You need to look into that. You'll be able to see this memo that I sent and the memo that I sent to OSHA and their response and the way they lied about these things. People are killing you guys out. You have got to pay attention to your surroundings. On the 4th floor with the computer lab, if you go into the math and science department in that hallway on that side, and stand there and look up at the ceiling tile, you will see all this brown stuff like the color of my dress hanging out from under the tile. That's asbestos. And when you breathe it in, it comes in through the air system. It comes in through the heating system. It has been killing you all for years. But this is the first time I've had to talk about it. Go to your doctors. Anyone that have any trouble breathing and coughing, like we had classrooms that were so contaminated, when the 20 of us get in that classroom, everybody would start coughing in that classroom. Go get yourself checked out. File a lawsuit against J. Sergeant Reynolds Community College. I have all the paperwork online where I legally turned the school in, and they wanted to make a liar out of me. So this is something else that they hid. But I'm hoping these corrupt people running our government, I hope you've been up in there and maybe you have contracted mesothelioma. You all need to go off and drop dead from something. You've been trying to kill everybody else. Now, this is a memorandum that I wrote to a young man in the city of Richmond requesting information concerning fraud, mismanagement of funds, and corruption. Please request complete files for your review for the following departments: the City of Richmond, Building Code Enforcement, Richmond Redevelopment and Housing, and HUD. These are some of the biggest crooks in the city. They are, a lot of them are Section 8. A lot of them are getting millions of dollars to put these so-called people in housing. Well, let me say this about Richmond Redevelopment and Housing. All of you are going to end up with cancer like my sister did. And they're sending around statements for you all to sign stating that you will not sue the City of Richmond nor Richmond Redevelopment and Housing. Well, you got to be a darn fool. If your mama, your uncle, your cousin, the baby's crawling around on this deadly tile, which is asbestos in the floor tile, and they got your children crawling with their hands on the floor and putting them in their mouth, how cruel can you be? They are killing people by the thousands and have gotten away with it. We're waiting on the FBI. We're waiting on Internal Affairs. We're waiting on all of these people to come down on these crooks. There will not be one administration that goes through the system and you don't have any crooks in it. We got a lot of crooks, and you guys are going to jail. You have done everything from beat my behind to lie on me, say I killed 3 people. Elder Holmes, Miss Kelly, you're a liar, and I hope you drop dead soon. You can keep the little services over there at Elder Holmes, But I have pictures of people homes. The elder homes went in and supposed to improve these people homes, and these people homes have been destroyed. One of my little neighbors, a school teacher, she's in her house. They supposed to put a new roof on, Ellie Robinson. You send people that didn't even have a license. I can stand in this woman's front room, and when it rained, it looked like Niagara Falls. You have hired all of these dirty contractors. Your friends and your families have made hundreds of thousands of dollars over the year. But I can promise you, somebody is backtracking. When you had Boaz and Ruth, went over there, all your corrupt employees went and worked for those crooks. Now, how many people do you have over there now, Ellen, that have applied for the free, no taxes, nonprofit organizations? Lord Price is one of your dirty people that got a license. You guys are going to jail. You will not get rid of it. And then after you get locked up, all of you suckers come out and open a church. Look at Gwen Hedgespath. Look at Leonidas Young over there in the north side. This nigga that opened up so many churches, and he's buying property. This jackleg is living like a king with the taxpayers' money, and you all allow this to happen. And I want to say this to you, Jack Green. You remember the statement you made to a young man that had all of these scholarships to go to college, play football and basketball? You told the boy to drop the scholar and make $1. I had no idea. I'm asking you straight up, is it true that you are one of the biggest smack dealers in the city of Richmond? That's how you got your newspaper started? You left Richmond when your friend got killed and you went to Philadelphia? I knew it was something wrong with you. You suck on that oxygen tank as long as you can. You can write about other people. That's what I'm saying. These high dollar, fat cats do not get punished for anything that they do. They lie, they cheat. Some of them rape young people, some of them young girls, some of them rape young guys, and these niggas never go down. Well, I'm calling for a militia. We need to pull together some power, some black power like back in the day, because we really need to take down these niggas in city council. These house niggas that came from nothing, and the people that loved and cared about you helped put you in office, and you have pulled the rugs from under their feet. In the name of Jesus, Dwight, anybody's pulpit that you stand in, I hope my God carry you down, your son down, all of you so-called jackleg preachers, pimping from the pulpit, living in $1 million homes, driving $100,000 cars. Niggas, y'all forgot where you came from. And the same crap you pulled on me may flip back on you sevenfold because you stole from me. I never stole anything from you. I never lied on you. I never cheated you. But that's how you were going to keep my mouth closed? I want you to know you're going to need more than that, baby. So as time winds down, I want you all to remember my email address. It is Teddy Parham, all one word, T-E-D-D-Y, Parham, at yahoo.com. That's my email address. Then you can go to Teddy Parham on Facebook. Then you can look up What's New on YouTube and Twitter and all of that good stuff. And I love you guys. Donna Hatcher, where are you? You did not make it to the meeting the other night. I have called and called. Donna Hatcher, we love you. Be safe. I apologize for the things that these crooks have done in this office, but we understand you were just helping us realize who we are, where we came from. It's so important that you recognize, Donna Hatcher, that you are a king. You are a real trooper. You tried to open our people's eyes, like you said, and you're true. They never came and offered you $1. They just say good job and pat you on the back. They don't know how much money you spend riding the bus or in the car. These same people that we're fighting for have done more to hurt us than Satan himself. So I want to say this. For you females that come out of the Rubicon Center that pass by my house, a lot of you girls are going to fully recover and become productive citizens in this wicked city. But after it's changed up. And a lot of you all that come by, throw trash in my yard, talk crap to people that's on my property. Well, girls and guys, I hope the next time you put a pipe to your mouth, your lips locked down. I hope the next time you pick up a syringe, that it be the last time you ever pick up a syringe. Some of you all are so dirty, and for you demons that come by and destroy my property, throw trash in my yard, turn my trash cans over, set them on fire. But like you, Sharon Smoot, they didn't have enough nerve to come up on my property to try to steal my camera, but I still got pictures of you, little nigga, working up there at McDonald's. Is it true you have AIDS? Is it true that you're working with food? Working with people, food, and you got a communicable disease? They let you slide a long time, but they need to know. Do not take your children or your family up to the McDonald's up on West Broad Street across from Target's, because she has been a junkie for a long time. You know how they end up getting that meningitis, how they end up getting all these diseases that they can pass on. Do not go to the restaurant, the McDonald's on Broad Street, or you might pay for it with your life. Don't go up there where she's selling food and selling weapons through the drive-thru, like I said before. Her own brother told me that. Sharon, may God burst you open. May your kidneys fail. Felicia, with your head dyed blonde, I got more hair under my arms than you got on your head. And you done come up with blonde hair, look like a damn light bulb at night. Let your friend come on over there and yell and blow the horn like he did before, and you're going to read in the paper where this nigga crashed and burned. You have lived in the property long enough. You have broken all of the HUD rules, and we got you down. Decent people that will rake the yards, will cut the grass, will take over that property. Sharon Smoot, from what I understand, you living over there on Graham Road with the dirty police you serve, you informant. But you remember, all the bad old cars you had while you was living in that Section 8 house, you had the Expedition, the Denaldi, the Maxima. You had 6 cars in your name, and a police officer, I asked him to pull up the tags, and he said every one of them was in your name. You poor heifer, how you gonna be on welfare receiving food stamps, got all of these children, somebody let you falsely adopt all of these children, you getting paid over $1,000 a month for them demons that I pray never grow up to be an adult, because they're so evil as children, raping and robbing and telling people what to suck and where to go. May you perish along with them. And Felicia, you've written your house out. May that sucker fall down on you. So this has been Teddy Parham. It has been a pleasure working with you all again. And I'm not going to stop loving the people that need help and love. I don't care what you do or what you say. Come out and vote. I am going to be a write-in. They don't want you to know, but I'm on the ballot. Get ready to vote. Get ready to take this racist city by storm and let these crackers know that we will overcome. That's why our people won the Olympics. That's why our black people did it all, because we are champions. You can't take that away from us. So until next time, adios, hasta la vista. Teddy Parham love you. Donna Hatcher, you be good. Call me now. People are concerned about you. And I'm up for city council.